Space, the final frontier. This is the Observer's Notebook, the official podcast of the Association of Lunar and Planetary Observers. Its mission to explore the solar system, to seek out new observations and data, to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. And now the host of the Observer's Notebook, Tim Robertson.
Hello and welcome to episode 219 of the Observer's Notebook, the official podcast of the Association of Lunar and Planetary Observers. I'm Tim Robertson, host of the Observer's Notebook. Thanks for tuning in. And to all our new subscribers, thank you for finding us. I hope you enjoy the podcast. Welcome. This podcast depends upon donations from you, our listeners, to keep it alive. If you enjoy what you see on the podcast, you can donate to it via Patreon. You can start off by giving as little as $1 a month. If you feel even more generous, for $5, you receive early access to the podcast before it goes public. For a monthly donation of $10, you receive a copy of the Novice Observer's Handbook. And for $35 a month, you receive producer credits on the podcast. You can help us out by going to www.patreon.com/observersnotebook. And if you'd like to join the association, membership begins at only $22 a year. Find out more at www.alpo-astronomy.org. And you can also find the ALPO on Facebook. Just search for ALPO Astronomy. And yes, this podcast also has a Facebook page as well. Just search for Observer's Notebook. And please join. If you like to join, if you enjoy the podcast, please subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. We will really appreciate it. That way you never miss another episode. And now, episode 219 of the Observer's Notebook. And we're talking about Titan's transit of the planet Saturn. Enjoy. All right, I'd like to welcome everybody back to this edition of the Observer's Notebook podcast. And today we're talking the transit of Titan across the planet Saturn. And a fellow that's been observing quite a bit of these lately is Bob Lunsford. Welcome to the podcast, Bob.
Thank you very much, Tim. It's a little strange to be talking about Saturn when all we've done is meteors, but like many people in our association, we have a broad interest over several subjects.
Very true.
And this happens to be mine. I love viewing and photographing the planets, especially the rare items like lunar occultations of the planets, the mutual occultations and eclipses of Jupiter's moons when they
Hmm.
pass over each other and eclipse and occult each other, and especially Titan's transit and of Saturn when we can see it and its shadow. Now, when most people think of Saturn, they think of these beautiful planets with wide rings, and this is what it looks like most of the time. But every 15 years, the rings are edge on to our line of sight, and they will appear like this.
Hmm.
Now, if you were looking through a telescope and you'd expected to see the wide rings, this would be very boring. But it's during these times that we have um, occultations and transits of the Saturnian moons. Now, the most prevalent one and easiest to see is the moon Titan. Now, what I'm going to show you is a video that I took on the morning of August 3rd, which will show you an actual image through my telescope. So let's go here. What we have here is hopefully a video of
Yep.
Saturn showing the transit of August 3rd.
Okay.
Now, this is taken through my 9¼ inch telescope. And what I have set up, you can faintly see the image of Titan right here.
Okay.
and it's shadow right here. Now this is taken through my video camera, which is operating at 89 frames per second. And I take a 90-second video so that we won't have to worry about Saturn's fast rotation. Now, as you can see, this looks pretty crummy, to
Hmm.
be honest. The scene was not perfect that night, but still, I was happy to see the shadow. Now, what we want to do is, after this video is complete, is to show you how we can take these video images, which are going to total 9,000 during the
Oh my.
90 second episode here. So
Now
let's go.
is the shadow on the planet's disk easy to see?
No, this is enlarged, so it is not easy to see. Um, a 4-inch refractor or a 6-inch reflector or a 6-inch Schmidt Cassegrain working at 200 or 300 power should be able to show it.
Okay.
But here I have it blown up on my computer screen, and this is what I'm viewing
Okay.
at the time.
All right.
Even when I'm not recording, I can increase this so I can keep an eye on what's going on even while not recording.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you how to take these videos and process them so we have a decent image.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to, this is a program called Astro Surface. It takes these video frames, which total 9,000, and we'll run them through the program and we'll see if we can get any good photographs out of them.
Okay.
So open this file. And by the way, this is the exact same one I just showed.
Same video.
This exact same video.
Okay. Now
And
is this freeware or you have to pay for this?
this is freeware. It's
Okay.
available online. So we've got the image here, and I'm going to go ahead and register it so that it recognize it. And the first thing I do is I have to uh, select a region of interest. So we'll cover the planet right there. And what we're going to do now, the program is going to analyze each and every one of those 9,000 frames. And you would think that would take a long time. And in some programs it does.
Hmm.
But in this program, it goes through pretty fast because it combines several factors from several different programs. So this is fairly new and
So this is similar to Registax?
it is very similar, and it actually does what Registrax does, and it combines the stacking part of it also.
Okay.
So what it's doing now, it's about halfway done analyzing these frames, and it's going to give me a graph, and this graph will show which frames are good, which are bad, and how the seeing varies throughout this 90 seconds. So we're about 3/4 of the way done.
Okay.
And believe me, in programs like Auto Stacker, this will take up to 5 minutes or
Wow.
longer, depending on how many frames you have. So
What's the learning curve for using the software?
you have to practice quite a bit, believe me.
Okay.
Um, I've been working with Registrax for a good 10 years, and I pretty well got it down. This one, maybe a month.
Okay.
And it's pretty darn easy. Now, this is what we have, and it looks like the seeing is pretty well the same except for the very end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off these rough ones that are bad right there. So everything down here is going to be eliminated.
Okay.
And with this line, I have 26% of my videos to be processed. I think since it's so well, I'm going to increase that up to about a third. So we're at 34%. So these frames right here are the ones we're going to process. So
Okay.
roughly a third of all the 9,000 we took. So we'll go ahead and press OK. And What this is going to do now, it is going to align them by these little boxes, take features on the planet, such as the shadow and the rings, and then align it. And then we'll go ahead and press stack, and this will stack these images, which now total about 3,000. So this will take a third of the time it did
Okay.
to um, to align them.
Now, do you use this
And we're
program
almost done.
use this program for lunar images as well?
Lunar, any of the planets, and actually there are settings you can adjust to do deep sky.
Oh, okay.
So it's done with that. We're going to exit that and we're going to edit, and we don't need this. So here is our combined image.
Okay.
Now it's a little fuzzy.
A little
I'm
cleaner
going to
though.
go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and increase the size. So we're going to double the size. And there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and use wavelengths, which is going to allow me to brighten it and to adjust, see if we can get rid of some of that noise in there. So I'm going to increase the gain to make it brighter. Ooh, that's a little too much.
Hmm.
Let's go down here. That's looking a little better.
Hmm.
Let's go a little bit more. Okay, I think we got the brightness good now. Now here comes the magic part. We are going to apply the wavelets that strip all this noise off. So we're going to go real slow, and it's getting better, getting better. Ooh, we're getting pretty sharp there.
Oh yeah.
And wow, that's getting really good.
Oh my.
That's look, that looks like the best.
Oh, now we even got Titan in the image.
Yeah. And you can even notice the red color.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I do is let's try one more. Oh, I think that might be a little, no, I think that's good. One more would probably be too much. Yeah, that's a little
Yeah,
too
yeah.
much. Let's back off a little bit. And I think that's the best we can do. And it's pretty darn good. You can see Cassini's division.
Hmm.
The shadow's really prominent now.
Hmm.
Titan shows its color, and you can even see some of the fainter belts on Saturn. So what we go ahead and do is press OK, and this is our image.
Wow.
Now, what I did with this is I took video frames every 15 minutes during that entire transit, and I'd like to share that with you right now.
Okay.
So let's go ahead. Okay, let's enlarge this. And this was the very first one I took with the shadow just on the edge. We got that, Tim?
Yep, I got it.
The elevation at this time was 18 degrees.
Okay. Rather
So
low.
that's this one looks pretty darn fuzzy. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed, and every new picture will be 15 minutes later. So there's one and another. Are we progressing nicely
Yes,
there?
we are.
Okay. You can see as the elevation increases, the sharpness gets better too.
Hmm.
And pretty soon it's going to be centered on there, right there.
Yep.
That looks nice. Now, 15 minutes more, more.
So what's it take about 2 hours for it to cross the disk?
Actually, it's more like 4 hours.
Oh, oh, okay.
So it was a long process. And I think that's the last one I took.
Fascinating.
So we're talking about 4 hours, and sitting at the computer may seem like a long time, but actually I was experimenting with different capture programs and filters, and this is the best that I came up with during that time.
Okay. What is the
So
camera you're using?
it's actually a Celestron product, Skyrus color camera.
Okay.
And I also have a Mars One by Player One that can take infrared pictures. Infrared pictures of Saturn actually show a little more detail, but it's black and white. So,
Right, right.
okay, now I want to go to what I have here is Stellarium. I'd like to share that with you.
Okay. And that's another free program. That's a planetarium program.
You betcha. Yeah, let's go ahead and share that.
Okay.
Now, the next available transit, it will occur on the evening of September 19th and the
Okay.
morning of the 20th. And this is what Saturn will look like on that particular day. Now, I believe this is going to be the best transit uh, that's happened so far, mainly because it occurs only 2 days from opposition.
Oh,
What that means is both Titan and the shadow will be visible upon the disk.
oh my.
They'll be very close.
Will you be able to see Titan actually? Or will the
Yes,
okay.
yes, you will be. It won't be as easy as a shadow, but it'll be definitely be there and is
Yeah.
well represented on Stellarium. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up and show the viewers what they can expect on the evening of the 19th and morning of the 20th. So this is 8:14 Pacific time. So be 11:14 on the East Coast.
Okay.
But it looked exactly the same. And folks on the East Coast probably have a better view because it'd be higher in their sky.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and zip through this process. Now, as Saturn gets higher in the sky, the tilt of the rings will be flatter as it approaches the meridian. So it looks like they'll both enter simultaneous right here. You can see the
Okay.
orange dot is actual Titan, and the shadow will almost be in contact. Let's go ahead and speed it a little further.
So it'll be closer to the pole for this one.
Yes. And this has to be a fantastic sight, believe me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I've seen one or the other, but not both of them at the same time. So here we go. And it'll be shorter too, since it's near the pole. So by the time it reaches a meridian, the shadow is almost gone. And Titan is still there, and it will go off the
Okay.
picture.
Yeah, I believe it starts Pacific time at about 10:09 on the 19th.
Right,
And then it
right,
ends at about 12:34 in the morning.
right.
That's Pacific time. So
That's correct. I uh, I have those listed here. Yes, the next one, the mid-transit is at say, it looks like 11:20, starts at 10:09. These are universal times, well, listed here.
yeah.
So, and actually, the last of this series of transits occurs on October 6th, and it only skims the very North Pole.
Uh,
Um, the moon Titan will be further toward the equator, while Titan's shadow will just skim the pole and only be visible for probably 15-20 minutes as it does. So, like I said, the one on September 20th is the one not to miss.
okay.
October 6th is farewell as it just skims and won't be happening again until the year 2040.
Oh my.
So this is why I'm encouraging everybody to try and to see
Definitely.
this phenomenon. Um, every 15 years, it's very rare. And I had only had one opportunity prior to this year to see any of these. That was back in 2009, 2010. And I got one view, one lousy picture,
Uh,
and I've been waiting all this time for this to happen again. So I highly encourage people with any kind of telescope to give it a look. If it's cloudy where you are, there have been some websites that will
live stream it.
live stream it. Yes,
Hmm.
so don't hesitate. In fact, if I'm clouded out, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Sounds
And
good.
if you happen to observe this and get pictures of it, be sure and share it with uh, with our Saturn section.
Definitely.
Julius Benton's done a wonderful job there. Send it to him. And the website, the email address is very easy to remember. It's Saturn at ALPO dot ALPO slash astronomy.org. And I wish everybody clear skies and good viewing.
All right, well, that'll do it for this episode of the Observer's Notebook podcast. I again want to thank Bob Lunsford for coming on and giving us a really lively discussion about how to photograph and observe the transits of Titan across the face of Saturn. If you please give this podcast a thumbs up and a like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. We upload new episodes of the Observer's Notebook on the 1st and 15th of every month. You can subscribe to us on iTunes and the ALPO YouTube channel. You can help support the podcast by donating to it via Patreon. You can start by giving as little as $35 a month, where you receive 1 year's membership to the Alpo and producer credits on the podcast. With that, I'd like to thank the producers of this podcast, Steve Seedentop and Michael Moyer, for their generous support of the Observer's Notebook. The link for Patreon, as well as the link for the Alpo, is in the show notes. If you'd like to get a hold of me, my email address is tim.robertson at alpo-astronomy.org. Until next time, my hope is you always have clear and steady skies. Thanks for joining us.